Hey guys, how you doing today? So, how about those LA Kings winning the Stanley Cup championship last night in a double overtime game, 3-2. I mean, I know that those are always hard to swallow when you're the losing team because in those games like that, no one deserves to lose. Both teams deserve to win, but like I said, in a game like that where you have to have a winner and loser, that's just sports. It sucks, but it is what it is, you know? So, this is the only game the Kings have not went to a Game 7 this year with. They were down 3-0 against San Jose. Came back to win that one, 4 straight. I have no idea, or I can't remember who they played in the second round, but I'll have to look that up later. But they won 7 games. They won 7 games with the Chicago Blackhawks in a thrilling overtime winner there by Alec Martinez, who ironically also scored the game-winning goal in the double overtime game last night. So that's one of the. I don't want to say that's the first person to ever do that in a conference game and the Stanley Cup clincher, but like I said, I'm going to have to do a little more research there too before I didn't officially say that he was the first one or not the first one. You know how that goes. And 4 times that the Stanley Cup has gotten into 3 overtime games, and the Kings have played in 2 of the 4. Like I said, I'll have to look later of who the other 2 teams were. But the Kings lost the first one and won this one, so obviously stranger things happen, and when the stars collide, obviously, or line up, things happen. And like I said, what goes around comes around. Kind of like this, you know. So, and I was a little off on the MVP because I said it was going to be Jonathan Quick. It happened to be Justin Williams, who had, in my opinion, was a good player, and he actually deserved to get it. Like I said, Quigg deserved it a little bit more because of all the fantastic saves he did, but Justin Williams, a couple of clutch shots on net that went in and stuff like that, so that is just good to go. So, on top of that, getting back to the first game, or for the first series with the Kings being down 3-0 to come back to win. It's never happened in basketball, but it has happened 3 times in hockey and 1 time in baseball. The 1 time in baseball happened to be back in 2004 when the Boston Red Sox beat the New York Yankees in the ALCS to go into the World Series. That's the first time the Red Sox beat the Yankees in the playoffs in a long time, especially to go to the World Series, and they swept the St. Louis Cardinals back then. Like I said, I got to take a look at who the other 2 teams were that played the other game, or the other 2 teams to come back from a 4-0 deficit. But like I said, I know the Kings did it this year. And on top of that, the Kings were the first team to have 3 games going to overtime and win the Stanley, or I should say not 3 games going to overtime, but the last team to have a game going to overtime in a clinching series was the New York Islanders when they won it back in 1991. I love my cats, but hate my cats. So, but like I said, going back to basketball, no team has ever came back from a 4 or 3-0 series deficit, and 30 times no team has ever come back from a 30 or 3-1 deficit. So, like I said, I'm not saying that Miami was not going to do it, but Miami could be the first team to ever do it. So, but like I said, the history there is not on the Heat side, especially with doing these statistics for you guys for the Spurs. They are shooting 36.4% on assists per score percent. They're shooting 65% from the paint. They're scoring, or they're averaging 66.7% on field goals when one person gets double teamed. So going back to the assist there, and they're at 61.8% on efficiency, which means 2 to 3 points. So, like I said, knowing those statistics, obviously, I'm not saying it's not against the Heat, but reading those statistics make it pretty hard for the Heat to come back to win. As much as I want to see the Heat win Game 5 tomorrow night, I don't want to see the Heat win Game 5 tomorrow night. But like I said, who knows? Because the reason why I don't want to see the Heat, or I want to see the Heat to win, because I'm off Tuesday, and I want to see San Antonio win it personally. But like I said, who knows what's going to happen? And if, like I said, if the Spurs win tomorrow, more power to them. I'll just got to come home and watch Sports Center and watch the highlights again and see who the MVP is. As of right now, I'm going to pick Kawhi Leonard because he's averaging pretty much more points than Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili. Not combined, but like just right now. He's like at 18 points per game, while like Duncan's at like 13 points a game, Parker's at like 16 points a game, and Ginobili's at like 9 or 10 points a game. So, like I said, Kawhi Leonard, I know has got the most points right now, but like I said, it's going to be a hit and miss to see what's going to happen there, who the MVP is. But like I said, my pick right now is going to be Kawhi Leonard if the Spurs pull it out. Unless Parker, Duncan, or Ginobili can go on a huge scoring streak in the next game or 2 games or 3 games or however long it goes. But like I said, I just see that it's going to be over tomorrow. And that's why I like my cats but hate my cats. And the history of football lost a great person yesterday. Yesterday, or this morning, I should say. Chuck Noll, who was the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, with the names like Terry Bradshaw, Franco Harris, Mean Joe Green, and Lynn Swann, were some of the more popular names that people would know. He won 3 or 4 Super Bowls with them, and the best part I'm going to say about this, one of those 4 wins that he won the Super Bowl, against the Minnesota Vikings. Sorry, Viking fans. I mean, you guys had a pretty good team back then, too, with Tarkenton, the Purple People Eaters, with Eller, Page. So it's like, I mean, I know you guys had some good players back then, too. But like I said, Bradshaw, Lynn Swann, Mean Joe Green, Franco Harris. I'm not saying no comparison, because back then all the players were pretty awesome and stuff like that, but like I said, it's just tough to pick, especially when people are saying like one specific player is better than another one at a certain position. You can't say that because, like I said, the history of the NFL. I mean, like, say, if someone says, I'm going to say this as an example because this is what happened last night. Someone said that John Elway was the best quarterback of all time. Like I said, you can't say that because you had, with the likes of Terry Bradshaw, Dan Marino, who ironically never won a Super Bowl, but he's still pretty good up there. Brett Favre. I mean, heck, even nowadays you got Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and a couple of small names like Russell Wilson, who ironically he won the Super Bowl last year. He could become an awesome quarterback. So it's like you can't really say that John Elway was the best of all time because of past, present, and future, especially even Tarkenton, Bart Starr. So it's like you can't really say who's the best at one position of all time because of different eras, and stuff gets tougher and tougher. So, like I said, saying all the time, it's tough to say. So, but like I said, football lost a great person last night, and again, what can you do? You know, I know we all die and stuff like that, which sucks. But like I said, we will see what happens. So on that note, obviously my cats are getting a little antsy, so I better go attend to them. But like I said, comment below, tell me what you guys think, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night with the San Antonio Spurs. And then after that, I know it's pretty much going to be as soon as the NBA Finals is done, and now that the Stanley Cups are over by the Kings, it's going to be tough to see what's going to happen, especially, like I said, when the NBA Finals are going to be over. Obviously, you got baseball that's going on for a couple months, football's the National Football League football, which is similar to rugby, if you want to tell you what the sport is compared to, and or the World Cup. Like I said, I mean, golf's going on all constantly, and obviously you got a couple of other small things here and there too. But like I said, the big sports, obviously you have baseball, basketball, football, hockey. Like I said, I know, especially over internationally, you got soccer, which you guys call football, but I don't call football. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. When I say football here, I mean rugby style football, which is football for us and not soccer for you guys. So, but yeah, so like I said, hockey, basketball, baseball, football. Like I said, I know golf is going on constantly. NASCAR is going on. So it's like, I mean, stuff is still going on. But like I said, baseball is going to be the longest running until football gets up and going at the like mid-July to late July. So it's like I said, so I'm going to still do these, but like I said, going forward, it's going to be mostly baseball for now. But like I said, I'll do some soccer. If I catch a couple things on golf, I'll mention those. Obviously, the NASCAR with Dale Jr. winning last Sunday pretty much guarantees him a cup shot. So, especially after winning the Daytona 500 and then winning Sunday, that really, having 2 wins this year, which is his most in like 2 or 3 years. So, and love you, Dale Jr. So like I said, I'm still gonna do other stuff besides baseball, but like I said, it's gonna be mostly baseball, unless something like comes up interesting wise, or like breaking news, like someone dies or whatever, like that. I mean, obviously that's sad news, but like I said, to tell you about their career and stuff like that. So, like I said, bye guys, and we'll talk to you. Definitely, I'm not sure tomorrow for sure, but like I said, definitely on Monday. So, talk to you later.